The Weedsman Podcast. ChristopherMedia.net.
Hello, it is Ryan, and we could all use an extra bright spot in our day, couldn't we? Just to make up for things like sitting in traffic, doing the dishes, counting your steps, you know, all the mundane stuff. That is why I'm such a big fan of Chumba Casino. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere with daily bonuses. That should brighten your day a little. Actually, a lot. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com. That's ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
With Lucky Land Slots, you can get lucky just about anywhere.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to... Has anyone seen the bride and groom?
Sorry, we're here. We were getting lucky in the limo and we lost track of time.
No, Lucky Land Casino. With cash prizes that add up quicker than a guest registry.
In that case, I pronounce you lucky.
Play for free at LuckyLandSlots.com. Daily bonuses are waiting. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Hello, it is Ryan, and I was on a flight the other day playing one of my favorite social spin slot games on ChumbaCasino.com. I looked over at the person sitting next to me, and you know what they were doing? They were also playing Chumba Casino. Coincidence? I think not. Everybody's loving having fun with it. Chumba Casino is home to hundreds of casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere, even at 30,000 feet. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com to claim your free welcome bonus. That's ChumbaCasino.com and live the Chumba life.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
Christopher Media. Let's make some noise. From Asthma Studios near Detroit, Michigan.
Oh, man.
It's the Weedsman Podcast.
I have no idea what's going on.
And now,
you have smoked yourself retarded.
Here are the Weedsmen.
You want to get high?
Welcome to the Weedsman Podcast. I'm Chris.
I'm Aaron. Welcome back.
Yeah.
We're here in Detroit, where we're going to be having there's a big football event happening, right? A trade-off.
You definitely are. You definitely are a sports fan. Yes, the NFL draft.
Yeah,
is happening.
They're going to pick teams. That's where everyone lines up, and then the two captains they say, hey you, hey, what's your name, Mahomes? Can you step forward,
actually,
please?
It's 32 captains, and essentially they're changing 32 guys. They're actually 32 times. They're changing like 100 and some guys' lives. Like this, for a lot of these guys, this is winning the lottery.
Yeah.
Because
so the draft means that they're currently playing in the NFL and they get drafted.
It means they're playing in college.
They're playing in college. Oh, okay. I thought this was like a trading teams type of trading players type of thing.
No, that goes on all throughout the year until usually Halloween.
This is like the original American Idol.
Yeah, no, this is for, especially a lot of circumstances these guys come from, this is life-changing. This is literally winning the lottery.
But I take it because I've, lived in the Detroit area my whole life, mostly, with a small exception. And this is the first time I've ever heard of this going down. Is it because it's bigger this year, or is this a big national event that moves around like a Super Bowl type of thing?
That has started. It used to always be in New York.
Oh, okay.
It used to just always be
started putting it on
where the
tour.
NFL headquarters was, and they do it there or whatever. And then a few years ago, I don't know when, they started, hey, let's make it a traveling show or whatever. And so they go around, like I think last year it was in Vegas, and like a year before it was in L.A., and I think next year it's going to be in Miami or some shit like that. Like, they do that. It's an excuse for the NFL to generate more commerce. And they do, because I'm fucking going.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
So what's it... So what is it like as an event? Oh, it is free?
Yeah, they're just they're setting up a whole bunch of shit downtown, and it's going to be free, and it's going on, I think, in Campus Martius is going to be the stage. And
so what do you watch then? Like guys getting interviewed, or like actually?
No, they actually have like the podium, and a representative from the team comes up and says, with the first pick in the NFL draft, the blankety blanks take this guy, and they make a whole big deal of it. And you watch them hug their parents and all that crap, and it's a whole thing.
Yeah, just in time, we got our big Hollywood style Detroit sign up.
I saw it.
Did you see it in real life?
Yes.
In real person.
I don't understand why everyone's talking so much shit about it.
Looks pretty spiffy, huh? All in Newport. It's in Newport, green and white.
I mean, I feel it looks exactly like what it was purported to look like. Now, they didn't say it was going to be at, like, in the hoodiest of hoods. It's at, like, 90, it's at, like...
I saw it lit up, too. It looks pretty neat.
It's at, like, 96 in, like, Wyoming or some shit. Like, it's... Yeah, like... Now, they didn't say it was going to be... I would think you would put it, like, maybe, like, in the mixing bowl, right? Like, where at least the skyline is some... where 94 and 75 and 96 in the lodge... Right. That Woodward, where they all meet... I think you'd put it
but you want it on 94, because that's the path that most are going to take from the airport, right? They're going to come from the metro airport, not metro airport, from... Oh,
yeah, that's right. It's at, like... It's on 94 a little bit before 96. That's what I'm saying. It's like it's in like the hood.
Right. I get, there's not really a nice neighborhood that I can think of that's along 94. That's the problem.
Well, especially on the west side. Yeah. Not till you get out of the city. You got to get into like Dearborn. Yeah. Well, you could put it in Romulus. You could put it.
No, but that's how are you going to put the signs in Detroit?
Oh, just fair
it's supposed to welcome you to the city. So
well, maybe you put it on
the
Dearborn Detroit border.
Yeah.
But everyone says it looked all janky and looked like it was from like Kmart. Like I thought it looked like it was supposed to look like.
I don't think that Dearborn, Detroit, I don't think that's a border that 94 crosses.
Oh, yeah, it does.
I think it's E-course over there.
Michigan and...
Because that's where all the factories are, right?
No, I know because that's where the speed limit changes, because I've driven that a million times. What is it? Wyoming is the border.
Yeah. Well, I think regardless, like on the immediate border to the suburbs is a lot of factory town. And a lot of like sewage processing stuff and like.
Oh yeah.
So I could like
the big basketball that's housing all the fuel.
Right.
Once upon a time, it was a baseball.
The giant tire.
Oh no, yeah,
the giant Goodyear tire.
There's that too. Yeah. There's a song about the Detroit sign.
I did not. The problem that people have with it is it's mostly people who had tuned out. They saw one social media post early on of an artist representation of what this thing could look like that made it larger than life, big old Hollywood style, see it from miles away, which there's no reason for it to be that big if you're going to put it on the side of the highway. It would be abstract. You'd be like, okay, TOIR,
right.
or did I spell it backwards? Like you would see it one letter at a time. You wouldn't see the word. So you have to have it. I don't know how much bigger you could really make it without it being kind of ridiculous. So yeah, when you show like but the actual artist representations that were approved by the city for the project, the official renderings, look just like what was made.
Yeah.
So everyone's taking that early, I probably just fan made it. Like, hey, they're talking about putting up a sign. Wouldn't it be cool if it looked like this?
Mm-hmm.
And had to be really big up on, it wasn't even in the same spot. Man, this song sucks. Sign at a graduation. Hey, man, we must have got these letters on a discount. Wind blow too hard, fuck around and knock this shit down. What is that sample? It's a shitty fucking sample. It sounds like it's probably just like music from a reality show or something.
That's G Mac Cash. He makes topical rap songs. That's his shtick.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Quick and dirty rap.
Yeah, like
they get political.
Well, here I'll. Oh yeah. Let's see. This one's from COVID.
And I don't get it. Like any program that you buy for $100 comes with loops that sound way better than what you just played for me.
Hey, great.
Come on, man. What's up with that bass? He ain't even trying on the music.
No, he does it's all about the lyrics of G-Mac Cash.
You can find her in the print under Big Gretch. Fresh in a new dress. Yeah, that's Big Gretch. Big Gretch and this bitch playing no roles. Excuse all the cussing, that's just how I get my flow on.
Is this in support of
Yes.
Whitmer?
Big Gretch said stay home. All that protesting was irrelevant.
Because I'm not sure it's a nickname she's going to take to.
Doug, did you see the name of her book?
Big Gretch?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I take it back.
It's something Gretch.
Okay.
But she is cool being called Gretch.
Yeah.
Here, this is what put G-Mac Cash on the map right here. At least around here.
Get out of here with that bass, man. What are you doing? First of all, go an octave down at least.
We going on strike. We going on strike. For real. We going on strike. For real. Till they get this shit right. Come on. We going
See, I don't know if he's a UAW worker, but he definitely he's holding the signs.
People talk about Detroit rap like it's a thing, but it's not really.
It was the thing with Eminem, and now it's not a thing anymore.
Like,
at least that's how I feel.
I feel like I could count on one hand the number of Detroit rap acts that are worth listening to.
Remember Hush? They tried to make him a thing.
Eminem.
Like 15 years ago.
And, Royce?
Royce the 5'9".
And Black Star and Slum Village. And I didn't get to 5. I can't think of another one.
About D12.
Yeah, all right. We'll put, all right, D12.
Okay, well, no, but if we're talking about the national map, I'm not...
And not even, like, the Slum Village...
No, we're leaving out... I know enough... We're leaving out Big Sean.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, like, I'm not familiar with the man's catalog, but I'm aware of his influence and how large he is in the hip-hop community.
Yeah. I've been seeing Cybertrucks out on the road. I wonder if that has to do with people visiting for the NFL draft.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's rich guy event. Rich guy's going to show up. Yeah, I saw a Cybertruck in person in Vegas.
Yeah. Not impressed. Not impressed.
Did you like Back to the Future a lot? I mean...
Did you like the PS1?
Right.
I mean, this is the car that, like, James Bond from the GoldenEye for Nintendo 64 would drive.
Yeah, it looks like a 64-bit sports car.
Yes. Yeah, this looks like first-gen Need for Speed. Actually, that looked a little bit better. No, but besides the styling, I think it's fine. Like, I don't know that I would drive it. It's kind of silly looking, but, like, I'm all for different types of designs for vehicles, and this one is original and interesting. Just not my taste per se, but it doesn't. I mean, it's so unimpressive when you see it in real life.
It reminds me. Remember when we were a kid and GM would do like concept cars, basically like
in its first phase before they beveled out the edges.
No,
they carved it out of
foam.
Would
they would make like fake cars and like, ooh, look at this.
Right.
And it's like a model they'd never make, and they'd like make it out of clay. Like, ooh, one day maybe in the future we'll make a car like. It reminds me like shit like that.
Yep. Yeah, you see it. They'd take it to the auto show and show it off. Yeah, I saw one parked in Detroit, kind of in the hood too, and then I saw one on the way here. And seeing it actually move is even weird because it only really looks
like a spaceship.
It's got a fine profile, again, if you're into angles. But as you look at it from different angles, those straight lines distort it weird ways, and it just always looks odd. They only got 2 subwoofers in that bitch.
I got video of you seeing the Cybertruck for the first time. Damn it! They had it queued up to the part on the fucking video. Now here you go. It's you seeing the Cybertruck first time.
What is it? What is it for?
Looks like an airplane. Without wings.
What is that from?
Back to the Future.
Is it?
It's already mutated in human
From
form.
the first one?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He just crashed into the barn. Now he's showing him the comic book.
Yes.
That movie is burned into my DNA. How about this? I love Back to the Future, and I see this thing in person, and I'm like, ew. I would never drive this car. Unless there's a flux capacitor in that thing, why would I drive this fucking car?
It also looked... It was weird color. Like, it's just supposed to be like a silver... It's silver, really. Or like steel.
It's
like
very,
steel gray.
It is very reminiscent of the DeLorean in Back to the Future as far as the color.
Yes. But the two that I saw, they had like discoloration, and it was... I can't tell for sure... But knowing, having in my job seen the inside of a lot of different vehicles, it looks like weld points. It looks like discoloration from heat from when they welded the doors together. Like you can kind of see like a shadow around the edges. And yeah, I'm looking at the Tesla website, which surprisingly is not impressive. Pretty bare bones. But it says these aren't available until 2025, so I guess these are some early models out there. I don't know how this works.
Or it's Tesla, and it's the...
Maybe they're driving it around, yeah.
Or no, isn't there always just a wait for Tesla?
Yeah, but I'm just saying that they haven't come out yet, according to their site.
Oh, so
site
these
says
are...
they come out next year.
Oh, so these are rich guys who got a hold of one early for seeing them.
Yeah. So maybe that's what I'm seeing. Maybe there was some, difficulties early on, and they've got it ironed out, for seeing prototypes. I don't know. Either way, I'm not really concerned. I'm not.
We'll make them less ugly.
Wasn't really interested in buying a Tesla, even if money was no object. A lot of Coachella news. A lot of news coming out of the Coachella Festival this year. Have we seen the end of these festivals yet? I mean, they're still out there, but like.
Oh, no, we've seen the end of Damon Albarn playing Coachella.
But we've seen,
did you hear about all that?
He's declared that he's like, this is the last time you'll see us. Yeah, I watched it.
Even days earlier, he was talking about whenever they call me, I'm there. Because he's played it so many times. He's played it with Blur. He's played them with the Gorillaz.
Yeah, he's
apparently Feel Good Incorporated was inspired by Coachella.
Okay.
And yeah, I guess just... he wasn't the only one, I guess. Everyone was saying just the fans.
Weird vibes.
Well, yeah. I guess because it's so expensive now and everyone there's a fucking influencer that the crowd was just like...
Yeah, we don't even really know this song.
Yeah.
Did you see some video of him? Like they were playing, what's the one song? Oh, the Girls and Boys song.
Yeah.
And he's like usually that song kills, I'm sure. Even in a festival environment where like not everybody's a Blur fan, everybody knows that song.
Well, especially now with the chorus, I think it would.
Yeah. I mean, the song was prescient. And, he is just like flabbergasted. He's like trying to get the crowd into it. And he's just like it's visibly on his face. Like, what the fuck is going on here? Usually this is a part where people cheer when I do this.
Did you see the clips of No Doubt?
No, I didn't.
I was like, that's a 50-year-old woman.
Oh, really?
Because she's dressed like it's 1995.
Yeah.
Like she's got the hair done up. I mean, she's still got the body for it. Don't get me wrong. But it's just something in my brain. I'm like, dude, you're 50. It's not 1994.
Not a No Doubt fan, but I think I'd still rather see them today than Madonna.
They're still terrible live. I saw them.
They're probably not a good band live, are they?
They opened for Bush when they were nobody. Like Just a Girl had maybe just come on the radio.
Yeah.
No, trust me. 6 months later, they were the biggest band on the fucking planet.
Sure.
Because Spiderwebs was out. But we didn't know who the fuck they were, and we thought they were terrible. We're like, this chick can't sing. This music ain't that great. Like, there's a reason you're the opening band. But obviously, we were wrong. But just seeing the clips is like, oh my God, you sound just as terrible live as you did in 1995.
Yeah, I mean, again, no fan of No Doubt, but no doubt the band writes good hooks and has some really catchy songs.
See, I'd rather see Madonna.
I'll get, there's No Doubt songs that I actually will get stuck in my head. Mostly was it Don't Sleep and what's the bam where they're driving around on riding around on jet skis.
Yeah,
that's a catchy
Isn't
track.
Keep on dancing.
Yeah, that's a really catchy track.
See, give me the deep tracks.
Yeah, I only know the radio stuff by No Doubt, so maybe they do have better stuff. I'm sure.
I'm sure you've heard this song.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, this one's all right.
Wow, she definitely looks way younger. But I guess we all did in 1995.
Never really did it for me. Like, she fits the demo of what I would go for in so many ways, but the whole package is like, I don't know.
Yeah, well, in this video, they got her looking like Marilyn Monroe.
What about Grimes? Did you catch any of that debacle?
No.
Did you hear about it?
All I know about her is
there's video of it. I would find a little bit of her train wreck and just to get context on this.
She bore Elon Musk's progeny and is allegedly a pop star, but I've never heard of her.
Oh, yeah. She's been, before she even got with Elon, she was making techno. And I would say interesting techno. None of it that I've heard really sticks with me, but it's at least original. I will give her that. The story on the BBC says fans watched the singer scream in frustration after a string of problems, such as songs playing at double speed.
All I can find are these TMZ-esque.
Marred the second half of her festival slot. There's
everyone's a fucking
there's so many
TV host now. Huh?
There's so many posts about here's what she did wrong, here's what happened. What she did wrong was take a job for something that she didn't know how to do. Because what it really comes down to is nothing. She blamed the equipment. The equipment didn't fail. It worked exactly as designed. The problem is that she had tracks so when your software analyzes your techno tracks, it assigns a BPM and puts it on a grid. That makes it much easier to beat match. What makes it even easier is the sync button that takes the next track that you're going to bring in and matches up that grid so everything is perfectly synced beat match wise. Sometimes the software interprets, because it doesn't know if it's supposed to be basically a 4/4 or a 2/4. It can take what is a 120 BPM track and analyze it as 60, right? Now, anybody who's halfway decent at math can just go, okay, well, this makes sense. My track's at 120. This one's at 60. I can match them up. But if you play the one at 60 at 120, it'll be twice as fast as it should be. So if you use Sync's going to automatically bring that track in at that speed. Now, there's an easy way around this, and here's the tip. Know how to beat match. It's not hard. And if you don't know how to beat match, you can't overcome the limitations that are in the hardware. There's nothing wrong with the CDJ or the mixer or anything that she used at her set. The problem is she wasn't familiar enough with the gear to actually do it. This isn't Stevie Ray Vaughan breaking a guitar string and not being able to finish a solo. This is, a high school student who doesn't actually know the chord and keeps going, wait, hold on. Wait. No, wait.
I think I actually finally found, video and not somebody going, hey, Grimes is freaking out at Coachella.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to
Yeah, this is it.
handle this.
No, you're not going to handle it. You're going to fall apart on stage.
Y'all, don't judge me for being bad at calculating things.
The math threw her.
We all have a calculator on our phone now. Just put that out there.
What the That was actually me. That was actually me.
It's all you. You're the only one controlling sound at the moment. It's all you.
That's all we get.
Yeah. Now, the other thing that she did wrong was get on the mic in the first place. I get it. Like, this is a kind of different DJing thing, and you got a live mic there because you want to hype up the crowd and all that shit. But that's what it's for, hyping up the crowd, not informing them of what is going wrong. Because you know what? Nobody knows what you're really doing up there, right? Maybe 1% of that crowd has any idea technically what you're actually doing as a DJ, and the rest of the crowd just knows that there's music playing. And when the music stops, they know that music is not playing. So just don't stop, right? The track didn't work. Go to the next track. Pick a different track. Do anything else. But here's the third thing she did wrong. She had somebody else.
Calls attention to her mistake. Only you know about it?
No, that was the second. That was the second thing that we were just talking about. But yes, don't lampshade it. There's no reason to do it. Just keep on going. If you train wreck it, if your beats don't match, if you have to slam one track into the next at the last second, nobody will give a shit.
Yeah.
Nobody responded positively to Blur or Damon Albarn playing his most well-known track, a staple, a mainstay of the Coachella Festival. Nobody reacted to that. You think they're going to react in any way to you making a bad mix? A bad mix is at least a mix. What you did was not mix.
Yeah.
You stopped it. Dead air.
Yeah, there always has to be
the only
sound.
sin.
Yeah.
That's the only sin. We forgive DJs for fucking bumbling shit all the time. Shit happens. Maybe you got a glitch in your track you didn't know about. It actually skips on you. Maybe you're working with vinyl. That's got its own problems. Maybe, you know, any number of things that happen, or maybe you just fucked up. Maybe you had a little too much to smoke or drink. Shit happens. Nobody hates on a DJ ultimately for that. They might get annoyed for a second, but the beat goes on.
Always have something else ready to go.
And yeah, that leads into the third thing she did wrong. Outsource her selection of music. You got to know your tracks. This is the whole reason for, knowing your tracks is really the only job of the DJ. Everything else is like easy shit that can be easily
music she didn't
up.
pick.
She didn't pick the music.
Oh, well, get the fuck out of here.
Yes. So at that point, like, I would have more respect for her if she had a pre-recorded set and she got up there on the mic and hyped up the crowd and just waved her arms around.
Well, at this point,
which so many of them fucking do.
Musician 101 also kicks in, like, you should have practiced. Should have maybe ran through
Know
it.
your shit.
Ran through it once. Hey, I'm going to be using unfamiliar music and unfamiliar equipment.
And I've seen some people come
2
to our
hours
defense.
before I'm on, can I have a spot where I can go fuck with this shit?
This is an affront to so many people, even who just like myself do it as a hobby and love it. It is a skill that you do have to practice at. It's not just, I get up there and push buttons, you know? And even as a wedding DJ who's not doing beat matching, is still programming, is still reading the crowd when they're doing their job correctly, is still making it flow from one track to the next without jarring people.
I did a graduation party this summer.
Yeah.
I pushed one button the whole time, but because now, streaming players, especially YouTube Music, they're seamless. Like there's no more gaps.
Yeah.
Like it's like a radio DJ is starting them. But what I did do is, hey, what's the guest list? Figured out the median age of the fucking guest list, and then researched.
You did all your prep ahead of time.
Yeah,
so
and
you
then
didn't
researched all of the fucking music, because the science to it, at least the radio programming science, is you got to remind people when they were in high school. I'm like, all right, so we're gonna have, so it's pretty much gonna be people in their 30s and 40s here. All right, went researched all the music, actually made a fucking playlist of there was like a category of here's nothing but these were nothing but these were 1 through 5 on the position for the year. Like these were the fucking, then there actually made categories and programmed 5 hours worth. So then when I got there, boom.
Yeah.
And then if something wasn't working, I could just reach in my pocket and go,
Yeah. Skip.
Yeah. Yeah. There is still, even now, but it's what I used to do in the bar. I would be so lost now because just technology's 15 years newer.
Too many
starters.
buttons.
Yeah. There's just so many things. Yeah. I mean, I'm still from the old school, and even then I was considered newish because I was using CD decks. Right? Ooh,
yeah.
Look at you, Mr. Fancy Pants. Yep. Now they'd be like, oh, look at this guy.
Amazon Music released a an AI, I guess, playlist generator, which Spotify has done this as well. Apple Music sucks at it. You know, they've had their radio stations for a while, but whatever algorithm they're using to pick songs, I mean, it just is just reading, like, you know, sonically, like, this song has an acoustic guitar in it also.
Yeah, I've never even messed with Apple Music.
Well, I mean, they all have a version of it. I'm just wondering how much better they're getting.
I can tell YouTube's is getting better. But I've been training it for like a decade, but yet it still somehow brings up Journey. It's like I always skip it. Why do you let it play?
The Weedsman Podcast.
ChristopherMedia.net.
With Lucky Land Slots, you can get lucky just about anywhere.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to... Has anyone seen the bride and groom?
Sorry, we're here. We were getting lucky in the limo and we lost track of time.
No, Lucky Land Casino, with cash prizes that add up quicker than a guest registry.
In that case, I pronounce you lucky.
Play for free at LuckyLandSlots.com. Daily bonuses are waiting. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
The 82-game preseason is in the books, and it's finally time for the real season. Don't miss out on any of the NBA playoff action at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA. From the play-in tournament through the finals, DraftKings Sportsbook has you covered with same-game parlays, live betting, and more. And if you're new to sports betting, it's super easy to get started. Try betting on something simple, like a team to win. Go to the app, select your team, and place your first bet. It's that simple. And here's something else to sweeten the deal for new customers. Bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets instantly. New customers, download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code IHEART. That's code IHEART to get $200 in bonus bets when you bet just $5. Only on DraftKings. The crown is yours. 21 and over. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Physically present in Ohio. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. Eligibility and deposit restrictions apply. Terms at sportsbook.draftkings.co/bball.
ChristopherMedia.net.
The Weedsman Podcast.
There's an article in The Sun where people write into a doctor, a GP that works in Leamington Spa Warks. I don't know where that is.
What? Leamington? Isn't that
Leamington?
Ontario?
Oh, is it? I thought it was in. I thought it was in England. First of its kind of in the UK.
Oh, maybe a lot of shit in Canada is named after shit in the UK.
I'm sure there's probably a Leamington there as well. But this is it true ejaculating 21 times a month will lower risk of prostate cancer? True or not? Why take the risk? Just do it. I mean, that's a good number. 21 times in a month? So you're like skipping... What, every like third day or something?
You're hitting Monday through Friday and
taking the weekends off.
And then you're throwing in a Saturday or Sunday. You're feeling randy on a weekend day.
Yeah. It says ejaculating. And he says in here, a study published in the Journal of European Urology in 2016 looked at 31,000 plus men, how often they ejaculated, and the incidence of prostate cancer.
This sounds like a messy study.
Results show that men who are more sexually active were found to have a significant decrease in prostate cancer rates. See, but now this isn't the same thing. You're saying men who are more sexually active. We're talking about ejaculation.
Yeah.
These do not go.
Do we need to?
These do not go hand in hand. Yeah. So to speak.
Do we need to explain to this person who did this study? Like.
So now I need to know.
You don't necessarily.
I need to know. Do you mean sexually active or do you just mean active?
Watch. The head of the study is some guy who's like chiseled. Fucking looks like a Ken doll. He's like, what? Oh, what's masturbation? I just have sex all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, he's like, masturbation? Well,
you get someone else to do it.
Sure. I guess you could do that. I mean, if you're having sex less than 21 times a month, then maybe you want to supplement with some masturbation here or there. I mean, dude. Look at the guy who's answering the question.
That's the guy?
Yes.
Oh, what? Oh, you mean other people?
This guy doesn't...
other people don't help you all the time?
I don't even think this guy touches his own dick to pee.
Right? Yeah.
He's got RNs to help him out with that.
And to be fair, whatever side of the sexual spectrum you're on, this guy's crushing it. If this guy is gay or straight, he ain't hurting.
No, absolutely. He really,
partner.
he could literally, this is the rare male who could get just about anybody that was into him.
And he's a doctor.
And he's a fucking doctor.
Yeah, he looks like that, and he's a doctor. He's like,
he's got fucking, like, this dude obviously works out, like hardcore. He's good looking. He's got a nice smile, straight teeth, good hair. Like, that's it. Unless this guy is 5'7", then he's got no problem.
And I'm going to say it. He's probably hung because usually, like, if you're going to win the lottery, usually guys win the whole lottery.
Is it true?
Right?
I don't know.
Like, with that, and he's a doctor. I mean,
they take questions. Let's write them and find out.
Yeah.
Dear Dr. Jeff Foster.
Like, how big is it?
You look like you're hung. Is it true? The prostate is a highly active organ, and just like anything else in the body, if you don't use it, there's a greater chance it could go wrong. Is that true? There's a use it or lose it philosophy in medicine?
Well, kinda. I know for sure with your muscles and stuff, absolutely.
Does anybody else have a question?
I have a question. I think some of the people here might be sexually inexperienced. Is it true that if you don't use it, you lose it?
Is that a serious question?
No, it wasn't.
Okay.
What makes it more hilarious now is that's his wife.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Do you hear about the latest hubbub with Rob Schneider? He was he had a gig at a Republican event that they say they pulled him, like they ended his set early. He went on for 50 minutes, so I don't know how much they hired him to do, and if they hired him for an hour, like would they really like 10 minutes left? Anyway, I don't know. He says that he did the full set that he was paid to do, but I like this. This is from the AV Club. Here's this very objective summary.
Oh, from the AV Club.
Yeah.
I'm sure it is.
Rob Schneider's journey from Saturday Night Live star to Adam Sandler's stooge to conservative conspiracy theory comedy has been well documented. Okay, it has. So he's doing conservative conspiracy theory comedy. That's his brand, according to the AV Club.
It is in the last 4 years because he's one of the few people that asked a few questions during all the lockdowns and shit. So he's now been labeled as a right-wing wacko because he didn't go along with everything that was thrown at him in 2020.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't find Rob Schneider particularly funny. Mm-hmm. Usually, stop clock and all that. Sure, there's occasional jokes. But in general, his style of comedy doesn't seem to work for me. I've heard him interviewed he's on Adam Carolla's show. He's been on other podcasts and stuff like that. Less so these days. Because, I think he was on Fly on the Wall. But they'll interview anyone who took a leak at Saturday Night Live.
Well, yes, he worked with those two guys.
But
he still works with Spade. They do all the Adam Sandler movies, all the grown-up movies.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, but he does seem like a smart guy. He obviously reads. He's not an idiot.
So what's all the hubbub, I guess?
Well, so there was what was it? The Schneider was cut off 10 minutes into a half-hour comedy set at a Republican networking holiday event last year because his material was too offensive. So why is this being talked about just now?
Too offensive.
All 150 attendees.
Was everyone 80?
Received an apology from organizers the next day, which read, "While we do our best to ensure I already hate this sentence. While we do our best to ensure every aspect of our program is professional, courteous, and appropriate, we sincerely regret that the entertainment at last night's program fell short of that goal."
But it's Rob Schneider. It's not like he's fucking Dave Attell or Dave Chappelle or... Like, he doesn't do, edgy...
Yeah, how would...
Like, so was everyone in the room over 67? Like, but even then, if you're like 70 right now, you were like in your 40s when he was making copies. So, I mean, like...
Yeah, so that Schneider broke a verbal agreement, first of all, to, quote, keep his set relatively clean. Okay. You don't get much vaguer than that.
Oh, so what did he?
Did
he drop some swears and he wasn't supposed to?
I don't know what broke that, but just the idea that you had a verbal agreement with a comedian to keep their set relatively clean, like,
dude, and in 2024,
relative is relative,
well,
right?
That's an interesting choice of words.
Yes.
2024, clean is relative.
It's very relative. It's all relative. I mean, first of all, this is
Jeff
like
Dunham
saying,
is considered clean, but he'll drop an ass or a bitch or a damn in his stand-up.
Yeah. This is also like saying, I asked my 5-year-old and they said they definitely didn't eat the cookies that were left out on the counter.
Right? Yeah. It's like, have you ever...
Like, this is a comedian.
Yeah, but he's like, he's not new. He's an older guy. He's not new to the business. I'm sure he is capable of reining it in.
I'm sure
for a paycheck. They all are. Corporate gigs.
A $50,000 paycheck, I guess, is what he got off of this.
Bill Burr talks about corporate gigs all the time. He's like, he says that they're great paychecks, but they're a pain in the ass.
So I guess TMZ caught up with Schneider and he said to them, I'm not changing my material or apologizing for my jokes to anybody. Enough with this woke bullshit. America's sick of it. I did 50 minutes because that's what I was paid to do. Nobody removed me from stage. Somebody waved to me at the 50-minute mark. Yeah, according to Politico report, Schneider's set was full of, quote, raunchy material, and some jokes were, quote, aimed at Asian people, including one about,
well, he's Filipino,
quote, Korean whorehouses.
So what? He's Filipino. Aren't the rules? Hey, I'm just going by the rules that have been set down. If you're one of them, can't you make jokes? Like, I can make Arabic people jokes?
Making a joke about a Korean whorehouse doesn't mean that it's necessarily also racist against Koreans, right? Unless your joke is, why when I go to Korea is every house a whorehouse?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Why is every woman that I meet in Korea a whore? If that's his joke, then yes, that was a racist joke. But if he was making a joke about how there's whorehouses in Korea, that's not racist. That's a fact.
Yeah, remember when what's his name was on Arlie Ermy was on Adam Carolla and talked about before
he ran some Korean whorehouses
between the military and him being in Hollywood. He moved to Korea and he was fucking running whorehouses in Korea.
He had his mama-san.
Mama-san, yeah.
Yeah. And he was straight up about it. And it seemed like, I mean, if he's to be believed and nobody's saying otherwise, like, he was respectful.
He's dead
It was a business. He didn't even say anything about, like, testing out the merchandise.
Right.
He had his own thing, it sounded like.
No, because, remember when he said, whenever he did find a girl that he liked, some fucking GI would fucking steal him away from, some younger GI would steal him away from her, or steal away from her, or some shit like
did
that.
he?
Yeah. So he learned not to get attached.
Yeah. You see that Kiss sold off all their rights? It's that same company that is doing the ABBA thing with the holograms.
Yeah, but did you see only kinda? Like,
what
of
do you
course,
mean? So, like,
Gene Simmons has still got some kind of stake in
what?
I read it. It's
in the company that
they
bought
sold them, but they sold them sorta. Like, Gene Simmons is still somehow getting paid out of the deal.
Well, I imagine he's getting paid for the.
No, I mean it's from the show, from the company.
So Gene Simmons is working for Pop House, or
hold on, let me.
Yeah, biopic, an Avatar show, a Kiss-themed experience. These are all in the works already. I mean, it makes sense. This is a band that is all about the marketing.
Oh, yeah. Gene Simmons, if anything, is a great businessman.
He says on this, well, everything evolves. We didn't always stand up on 2 legs a few million years ago. We were on 4 legs. He sounds like Jackie Mason, by the way, if you haven't seen it. Everything evolves. And either you evolve or you become obsolete or you die. Yeah. Well, it's not an either or. You will eventually die. Whether you become obsolete or not, Gene Simmons, you're going to die.
Yes.
So technology is here, AI is here, virtual reality is here, everything is here. And we don't want to be yesterday's news. So at the end, so even the end of something can be the beginning of something. We're very excited.
Wow, look at all these people who used to talk about selling out who have fucking sold out. There's a list of people who've sold their catalogs in like the last year.
Yeah, I mean, he's saying, like, he refers to the future is here, he says, with our friends at Pop House. So it sounds like they have a close relationship with them. It sounds like he has some controlling interest, whether what that actually means, I don't know, but he's talking about these shows like he's going to be involved in organizing these KISS experiences. He's not even calling them concerts. He's saying they're beyond that. Maybe it's KISS living sex dolls that people can actually go backstage and suck off. It's an OnlyFans star who went to Mexico on spring break and announced that she would be banging people down there for money. You know how much she made?
$10.
She made, in 21 days, she made $250,000. Claims she slept with 122 college students. That's some relatively easy math.
21
what does that mean?
Could have made more.
That's $2,000 a head. People paid $2,000 to have sex with her?
That's it.
Sounds like they were lined up, too.
Why not charge 5 G's and make $500,000?
Yeah, she's in the volume business. Like, I think you can make better use of your time. The college boys enjoyed spring break, but I gave them one to remember.
And chlamydia.
Many spring breakers actually called it a bonding experience. They enjoyed every second of it, as did I. It was an incredible success for both the boys and I.
All right, bro, you take the front, I'll take the back.
She does say that as a sex worker, she gets, checkups every 2 weeks, make sure that she's disease-free.
But that's it, too. I feel that number's not that impressive for 21 days. I mean,
what do you mean?
I'd be impressed if I made $250,000 in 21 days. But I feel like, is she fat?
Right.
Is she ugly? Like, what's...
No, she's beautiful looking. Is it? Well,
yeah, I feel like 10 G's easy.
Yeah? Yeah, I mean, I would imagine so. I don't know. I don't know how much sex goes for these days.
If she told me, I don't either. But I mean, if she was like $5,000, I'd be like, yeah, that looks about right.
Yeah.
I mean, again, I have no idea.
But again, like literally, so if it's 21 days that you're there, let's say you take no days off. I mean, how many guys is that per day?
And what did you say the math was?
122 guys divided by 21.
Hey Siri, what's 122 divided by 21? She's banging 5 to 6 dudes a day.
There you go. Yeah, so I don't know, like, maybe she could find one rich guy that would give her $250,000 to hang out for a month. Maybe.
Find 21 of those dudes.
Maybe. But also, like, if you're with one person, then you're with one person. You know, you're kind of there as, like, girlfriend experience, right? You're going out to dinner, you're arm candy, you're getting shown off. I mean, this way she can bang it out, get paid, and then have her nights free to do whatever the fuck she wants.
Just banging it out for free.
Yeah, maybe. This is a story from Fox 2 Detroit. 27-year-old man spotted in a stolen pickup truck was arrested in the drive-thru of a fast food restaurant last week. And
which Taco Bell was it?
Yeah. Let's see. They saw the stolen vehicle traveling down 8 Mile, April 4th.
Oh, wait, 8 Mile. This puts White Castle in play. So,
well, I imagine there's a number of them. This is, let's see. They followed the truck via helicopter until the suspect made his way to a fast food restaurant in Hamtramck.
That's McDonald's.
Wendy's. There's a Wendy's down there. As the suspect ordered food in the drive-thru, ground troopers were guided to the location. Troopers from the Metro South Post soon located the suspect and took the 27-year-old male from Detroit into custody without incident. After the man was handcuffed, Michigan State Police troopers realized he had already paid for the food he ordered and allowed him to eat his meal before detaining him, according to the release.
Well, hey, that's...
These are not all bad.
You still out to say that's mighty white of him? Probably not.
Yes. No, it's bad. The vehicle appeared to be stolen from a rental company. Lieutenant Mike Shaw saying from the Michigan State Police, "We are seeing a slight increase in people renting vehicles and failing to return them on time. Please remember that if you fail to return these vehicles, the companies are reporting them as stolen to their police agencies."
Is it a white Bronco? Was it from Hertz?
Yeah.
Oh, did we talk about that? No
what
more.
About OJ be dead?
No J.
No J.
No more OJ.
Yep. I don't know. Man, there's all kinds of stories coming out now about how, like, you know, maybe he didn't kill Nicole Brown and her boyfriend. Maybe he paid gangsters to kill them. Maybe it was hired.
Last week's bit, I've been reminded of a lot of the facts from that case. That motherfucker killed them.
Yeah.
Like all the blood they found, like where they found it, like when they found it.
And many have speculated, in fact, he committed the crimes and got away with murder.
Like, listen, like, I'll say this. Like, if you're going to school to be a lawyer, like, you look at this as like, now this is some lawyering. Because they never said he didn't do it. They did what a defense lawyer will even tell you, my job is not to say they didn't do it. My job is to create, isn't this a Garagos line? My job is to create a reasonable doubt.
Yeah.
And that's what they did.
Yep. Also, there's some theory that's floating around that people are believing that it was OJ's son that did the killings and OJ was covering up for him.
And didn't they actually interview a juror that said, like, no, it's payback time? Like, wasn't that one of the jurors actually came out and said that shit?
Yeah. In the past, Jason, so this is OJ's son, Jason, nearly killed a girlfriend and seriously injured another. Or maybe
a short temper just runs in the genetics.
Yeah, maybe like father, like son. Yeah. Or regardless of genetics, if you're raised by a short-tempered asshole who doesn't have any respect for women and apparently, you know, is fine with murdering people, maybe that rubs off on you. So, the day after after the murders, OJ hired a top criminal attorney to represent Jason, even though he wasn't a suspect. Yeah, maybe he was trying to throw him off.
And let us never forget OJ's most unforgivable sin. He is indirectly responsible for the Kardashians.
Yep. The rise of the Kardashians.
Yeah. Did you see people were giving Khloe condolences on the passing of her father?
Ooh.
Do you know that's the rumor about her? That's why she doesn't look like the rest of them.
Yeah,
is because she's OJ's.
But the most interesting part of OJ is how quickly he became black after he was accused of murder. Right? Because, he wasn't fucking, he wasn't out there on the front lines, he wasn't for the black cause. He's
Nordberg.
He transcended race. He was the original race transcender.
I believe he himself said, "I'm not black, I'm OJ."
He did. He absolutely said that. And then, after he was accused of murder, he's like, "I'm black."
Yeah.
God damn it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm the blackest guy you'll ever meet.
Got him off, didn't it?
Yep. Yeah, I know. Like, no point in talking ill of the dead unless they're actually murderers, in which case go hog wild.
I think Brad Williams put out a tweet like OJ can now finally rest in peace, knowing that Nicole's murderer is dead. Like, I can't believe he joined Twitter. Like, his...
So OJ did?
Yeah, like, the comments on everything he tweeted were just hilarious.
I didn't read them, but...
Oh, no, it was all the same jokes, but just people were just relentless.
Yeah.
Like, he was just like he was oblivious to the fact, like, dude, you know people could just say what they fucking want, right? Like, just...
I'm sure he didn't read any of it.
Dude, I'm sure he just turned them off at some point.
Yeah. So, yeah. Rest in turmoil? What's the opposite of resting in peace? R.I.T. O.J. Simpson?
Yeah.
Or unrestful?
Well, Caitlyn Jenner had a tweet that said, good riddance. Maybe that sums it up. See ya. The juice no longer loose.
Yeah. So that'll wrap it up for this week.
Yeah. So I guess we're no longer loose either. But we're not dead.
We're tight.
Yeah. We're just taking a break for 6 days. We'll be back next week. The holiday's going to happen.
We'll rest in peace for 6 days, and then we'll come back with the 420 episode. When is 420? Is it on?
It's on a Saturday this year.
No, okay. Yeah.
Should we book like some guest stars?
Sure, yeah. Seth Rogen,
Willie Nelson,
Sarah Silverman, Woody Harrelson,
all the big weed
Bill Maher.
Are going to be here. They're all going to be here on Zoom. Maybe. You don't know. Can't prove they won't. But until then, at the Weeds Before 20 on social media, ChristopherMedia.net. You go there, you hit the PayPal button if you want to help us out, or just get the show directly from the source. And wherever you can rate and review us. I mean, Google Podcasts is dead, so...
RIP.
Yeah. You know, it's along with OJ.
Everyone's going to miss it.
Yeah. Unlike OJ,
I think more people are going to miss OJ than will miss Google Podcasts.
That's true. But if you listened, you're listening on somewhere new.
Yeah.
And if you are, please rate and review us. Helps people find the show. Please. And thank you. It's pre-happy holiday, I guess. And stay high.
Stay high.
The Weedsman Podcast.
ChristopherMedia.net.